welcome back to Speed Freak Garage, home of power sports on YouTube. So today we're going to be installing our Canyon Dancer strap rings. It's kind of a pointless, trivial, nonsense video, but whatever. I've been sick for the last 7 days, so you'll have to excuse a little bit of sniffling or coughing or whatever. So when you install these rings, you want to make sure that they're in an area that gives you good access with your tie-down straps. In this case, I have some old straps from our pit bike days that should work. So when you're doing this, you want to kind of consider all the different possibilities you have of tying the bike down. You could have the bars to the left. In a pickup bed truck, you could be to the right side of the pickup bed truck. Let's say you're on a trailer, so straight, or whatever the situation might be, you want to make sure you have good access with your straps. So most people put them right here, and this isn't really a bad location. So you can get your strap in and pull it in pretty much any direction you want. Obviously, usually forward, right? However, when you come over here, got a little problem. So not only is the radiator guard really close, I mean it doesn't look like it's gonna touch, it looks like it's gonna be fine, but then you kind of have to consider that your strap is now up here, and so you're pretty limited on your range of motion for this strap. But if you're in the corner of the pickup truck bed, it's probably gonna be like this, right? Yeah, I think that'll work just fine. We're gonna go ahead, just set this down. Now here's the other thing, is you also wanna make sure you're not potentially weakening whatever it is that you're putting this on, because this is thick. So the rule of thumb is that for whatever the diameter of the bolt is, you have to have a minimum of 1 diameter engagement into the threads for full strength. Now right now this looks like it's got about 2 diameters worth of engagement. So if we take, 2 millimeter, maybe 3 millimeter out, we should be all right. I'm gonna go ahead and just use socket heads because I'm not really a fan of the Torx. We're gonna, wow, that was barely even tight. So that's something to keep in mind, is how tight was this bolt before you started taking it out. So, if we're looking here, see how I'm still threading? Okay, so the threads stop right there. So 2 diameters of the bolt. So if you take just a little bit off, you're not gonna hurt nothing. I'm just gonna go ahead and put this right back in. And then, like I said, it wasn't as tight as I had expected, so I'm gonna have to be careful when I go to tighten her back down. And what you wanna do is, you generally want this to be in the direction of the forks. And it might move a little bit when you wrench down on it with a tie-down strap, so it shouldn't be too big of a deal. But I'm gonna just pull on it straight down and come in here. I'm going to check how tight this is. Pretty tight. See, how tight was this one? Okay. That looks pretty good, and the gap is almost even, maybe just a little more. There we go. All right. We got it one tie down, and we're gonna turn it and just double check again that it clears. And there is no interference. Perfect. Now the other loop, obviously the exact same thing. Again, this video really doesn't have a point. There's no point to this video. Wow, that one seemed loose too. That's very interesting. Okay, right back in there. Okay. Pulling it straight down. I'm gonna get it snugged up. And then again, I'm just gonna kind of measure how tight this needs to be with this upper one. Pretty tight. So I'm gonna do the same thing here. I'm just gonna tighten it. Okay, check the gap. Gap looks pretty even. All right, there we go. And again, I think once you actually exert some force on it with the tie down, it's gonna kind of align itself how it wants to go. So that was our very quick and pointless video. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.